So I got 2 half bars. Y'all tell me which one y'all want first. One is Trump. One is Beyonce.
Let's start with Trump. Let's get it out the way.
All right. So Trump has suggested a UFC fight at the White House. How y'all feel? Are y'all pulling up? What do we need to do to get tickets?
I'm not participating. One, because I don't really watch UFC like that. And 2, I don't want to do anything near the White House while Trump is in the White House.
Wait.
Are you concerned about war?
No, because not even concerned about war. I just don't want to do anything that would put money in Trump's pockets.
Okay.
2, I'm just not a big UFC guy, so like, why would I pay to do that?
Is it confirmed that this will be at the White House?
No, it's not confirmed. It was a loose thought. It was a loose thought that Trump said.
Okay, if there was a UFC match at the White House, that would be the first UFC match that I went to.
You would go.
I would definitely try to go.
Would you buy a ticket
epic,
or would you try to finesse?
No, I mean, depending on how much it is. If it's like boxing tickets, fuck no.
Well, you ain't gotta be front row to be there.
But like they would have to build. They would build that, right?
They build an octagon.
They would have to do like. They would have to do like bleachers, some floor seating, and a ring.
It's gonna sell out.
That crowd that's going to be there, I don't want to be a part of.
You don't know. You don't
and
know
a
until you
cage,
try
maybe,
it.
I guess. Those are cage. Are they cage matches?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not like Hell in a Cell, but it's definitely an octagon with some perimeters.
Yeah, octagon.
Yeah.
But no, I just know that the crowd that's going to be there is just not for me, and I'm okay with that.
What if you went there and they showed you love and compassion?
They can show me love. I just don't want to be around them.
Damn.
Okay.
So what is it about
you know what? He
that?
said
Are you
what he
racist?
said. You only get half a bar. How did y'all feel
Are you
about
racist?
No, I just know that deep down what they actually believe.
No.
How you know that about somebody?
I don't believe it.
You don't believe what?
All of it.
All of what?
What you're saying.
Why?
Because I think some people are sensationalists. And they just want to go where sensation is. They don't necessarily believe any of it.
But why
the lies I tell about you?
That is true. That is very true.
Shut them down. All right. Next topic. So Beyonce took over the DMV over the weekend.
And today.
And you guys, well, it was from Friday to today. Mm-hmm. And you guys were here to experience it. I got the fuck intentionally. How was it? I heard there were brunches and fans and line dancing.
Niggas had horses on U Street.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they pulling up and picking up the babes?
I just saw a nigga with a horse on U Street, and I was like,
it was a singular nigga?
Well,
Did he have a flag?
I think he got lost. I think he got separated from the crew. I think he got separated from his crew. But
why was his crew anywhere near U Street?
Because they were pre-gaming to go to
Where do you park a horse on U Street?
Wait.
You gotta stay on it.
The dude who's on the horse was pre-gaming?
I don't know. There was a couple of pre-games on U Street because, you could just take the metro to FedEx.
Well, yeah.
But was he riding the horse intoxicated?
I don't know. I just saw him because I went to Trader Joe's and I was walking home and I saw him on a horse and I was like, this is ridiculous.
You never trade Joe again.
I will. Pause if applicable. But I like going to Trader Joe's. It's such a great store.
Okay.
And it's cheap and affordable with these tariffs. But
Trader Joe's.
Tariff eggs.
I don't eat eggs, but
what? Okay, we'll talk about that later offline.
Yeah. But
what's happening at that brunch? Chicken and waffles?
He loves gravy.
I'm not eating eggs at brunch. No, I'm not eating eggs at brunch.
He didn't address the gravy accusations, though.
I don't know how to properly address that without it sounding wild. Without sounding wild, I don't know how to properly address that. But yeah, no, I'm not eating eggs at brunch. Absolutely not. But but yeah, it was a lot of Cowboy Carter on U Street, and then they all migrated to the metro at like around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'm trying to continue the show, but this is not gonna work, bro. Nobody's taking me seriously, bro.
You just talking about the gravy, bro.
What do you want to know? Like,
do you love it?
I'm gonna say this. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything. Fuck this.
Oh my god!
Next topic, bro.
Yo, does he love the gravy or not? I'm trying to know that I put on my ass or is that for something I remember?
Oh my god.
Oh man, we got to get this gravy train moving. Hey yo, hand me the bottle. I can't do this with y'all.
I'm not
sober.
answering that question.
Holy shit, this is delicious.
And the thing that's the real problem is
Somebody's calling my phone.
if I
Who's
answer,
calling my phone?
hey yo, why you saying it like that? Be doing this stuff.
Yo.
Yeah, but like a lot of people were pre-gaming on U Street and then hopped on the metro to go to the show, which is efficient. Well, shout out to them
That's
for being
peak.
responsible.
That's peak.
Yeah, but nah, it was dope. To see it and not be a part of it, it was dope. I enjoyed it.
You was talking about going too.
Yeah, but those ticket prices were
Asinine.
Yeah.
You're not that kind of fan.
It's not.
And I
worth
think
it.
that's the problem with these stadium shows.
It's only with Beyonce.
Nah, if you can do a show at FedEx, you've got a level of like idol worship attached that makes it hard for someone to like learn. And you don't go nowhere smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way to become a fan today is to participate in idol worship.
But if you're somebody that's doing a stadium show, you've been around for a while. You're not learning.
Right, but like people,
But
it's
the
new niggas every day, B.
You're right. And so, but even for Kendrick, I bought my ticket the day before the show.
But Kendrick is not Beyonce.
I understand. Yeah, I do understand that. Correct.
He's not.
Yeah. But
He's Kenny though, for sure, but he's not Beyonce.
yeah. So I bought my ticket the day before the show. $250. Sis bought her ticket while we were
On the ride.
on the ride to the show.
Literally, Tim parked at my crib, got in the car with me, him and sis. I'm driving them as close as I can get them in a car to the gate, right? She's buying the ticket on that ride, not the ride to my house.
'Cause she was
from the
driving.
district. She bought the ticket to get into the concert. I can walk to the stadium from my house realistically. I just thought, it's bro, I'm going to get him closer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I did. But it was walkable from my house.
Yeah. It would have been an extra 10 minutes, but it's still doable. We were parking at your spot for free. That we could do that for what?
20-minute walk?
Total, yeah, 20-minute walk. But yeah,
Like,
but we still
On the drunk side.
a piece was paid $200. I was looking at tickets, and I'm still looking at tickets right now just to be curious.
For Beyonce?
Yeah, it's the lowest ticket price I saw was $4, and that's for the 300s.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
That's not in the budget, brother.
Come on. Let's do it. Now we're just going to walk in.
All right, if
We are Capo and Young Mitchell. Young Mitchell and Capo.
I would
You know what I'm
test.
saying?
I would test that theory. Let's do it.